Yakarnaya 4, Building 1. That's it, the door got ripped off. Here, if you let off the gas, the wind just literally blows the car off the road.
It doesn't blow it off.
Listen, something crazy is happening on Sovetskaya. Cars are just driving all over the sidewalk. They're literally all driving on the sidewalk.
A tree fell down. Looks like it didn't hit anyone. It just fell.
Russia is facing another snow collapse. Petersburg is buried in snow. Moscow was turned into an icy chaos in just a few hours. Murmansk got so snowed in that the wind is spinning cars around.
Nothing has been cleared anywhere. Literally nothing has been cleared anywhere.
Trains are at a standstill. Flights are cancelled on the highway. Zero visibility. Kamchatka is being shaken by hurricanes. Trees are falling. Districts are left without power.
This is how we're driving right now. This one got stuck too. And that one got stuck. And this one is stuck as well. And because of this, the whole neighborhood just came to a halt.
The Urals and Primorye are bracing for impact. A snowstorm is sweeping across the entire country. Once again, Russia has shown that it collapses at the very first snowfall. We'll come get you later, down there in Murmansk. In the spring. It's not blowing away.
Awesome. The bus can't even move on flat ground.
Friends, once again, Russia is entering winter in emergency mode.
Damn, Anchor 4/1. That's it, the car door got ripped off.
Well, on the way to Zauzyorka, the bus slid off the road. A tree fell down. Well, apparently it didn't hit anyone. It just fell.
Petersburg is the first to break down. Pulkovo airport is not operating normally. Dozens of flights are delayed. People are being herded back and forth from the planes. By evening, Moscow is turning into slippery roads and accidents.
People walk out of their buildings and they're just like Mary Poppins. Damn, wow, Fedyoka got caught up in it. Be aware of hazardous driving conditions due to wet snow, which can accumulate quickly and make roads slippery. Additionally, watch out for black ice, an invisible and extremely dangerous layer of ice that forms on road surfaces, making them treacherous and increasing the risk of accidents.
Zero response from the services. In Murmansk, there's a real blizzard. Highways are closed. Some areas are without electricity and tourists are stranded in villages. Bye. We'll come get you later, somewhere down there in Murmansk. In the spring. Now that's something truly remarkable and worth noting. Awesome. And Kamchatka is in a massive storm mode. Trees are falling, the power keeps going out. Once again, Russia is showing that its infrastructure is held together by a thread. Today, Russia has been hit by a second round of the snow apocalypse. St. Petersburg is buried under snowdrifts again. Pulkovo Airport is paralyzed, dozens of flights are cancelled, Moscow is facing icy traffic jams, power outages, wet snow. And an utterly complete transportation breakdown, leading to widespread chaos across the entire region.
Get back, damn it! A tree fell down. Looks like it didn't hit anyone. It just fell. Good thing no one was hurt. And now if the container trucks start moving, that'll be the end of it all.
There's an avalanche warning in Kamchatka due to storm conditions, hurricane and strong winds. A blizzard is hitting Murmansk. Poles, smoke, and trees. Districts are left without electricity, without heat. Winter has only just begun, and the terrorist country is already turning into a giant snow jam. Friends, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. Petersburg was the first to fall into a snow pit. The snow was falling like a wall. The roads turned into a white fog, and city services pretended to fight the elements with shovels. Dozens of districts were buried under the snow at once. Gatchina, Peterhof, Lomonosov, Kurotny district. Everything has come to a standstill. The city was simply covered, like with flour. Traffic collapsed, jams grew by the minute, even trams were skidding. And this is just the beginning. Pulkovo Airport became the epicenter of panic. The airport once again became a symbol of the rashest winter. Flights are grounded for hours, some departures have been cancelled. Night flights have been rescheduled, passengers are sleeping. In the terminals, on the floor. People are being herded back and forth, sometimes boarded onto the plane, then taken off again because it's snowing once more. The St. Petersburg blizzard once again proved stronger than all the import-substituted aviation. Moscow, the capital of Mordor, turned into an icy labyrinth. It was hit in the evening, and the capital immediately started to reel. Wet snow, rain, gusty wind. It's the perfect cocktail for complete chaos. The roads are slippery, traffic slows down, and the utility workers are only ready in words. In the first hours of the snowfall, the city feels like it's in a December apocalypse. Icing, traffic jams, accidents, everything is as usual. Moscow lives by a formula. First, snow equals paralysis, and then comes the snow mayhem. In Kamchatka, trees are downed and there are power outages. The snow apocalypse has paralyzed Kamchatka. The main force of the storm hit the southern regions of the peninsula. Kamchatka is facing a powerful hurricane, darkness, and avalanche warnings. While Moscow and Saint Petersburg are stuck, Kamchatka is simply being torn apart by the elements. Wet snow accumulation winds up to 30 meters per second, storm warnings, and avalanche danger. Power line breakage. And of course, no electricity or heat.
On the way to Ozerka, a car slid off the road.
Trees are falling, neighborhoods are left without power. Hundreds of thousands of Russians are in a panic. Rescue workers are switching to emergency mode. Planes can't land. The airfield is covered in snow within minutes. Pilots have to go around again, but the elements are stronger. The south of the peninsula is practically paralyzed.
Rybatskoye. At the very top, there's sheer ice. No one can make it up. Well, except for jeeps there. But otherwise, no one can get up.
Murmansk is a whole different story. A white desert, the wind knocks people over. This is a real polar hell. Bye. We'll pick you up later, down there in Murmansk.
Lesnoy.
Wow, look at all this. Yo ho ho ho, it's not blowing me away. This is awesome. Mom? Winds up to 30 to 35 meters per second are spinning cars right on the highway. The roads are closed and it's been snowing for the second day in a row. Dozens of regions are without power, without heat, fallen trees, downed power lines, zero visibility. The airport is canceling flights. And the tourists are just in shock. The tourists are stuck again. The northern lights are only in the brochures, but in reality, people are waiting for electricity. Shocking footage of the tourist season in Murmansk. Novosibirsk is a city of snow traps. Meanwhile, the UN was plunged into chaos. The snowfall has intensified, roads are clogged, and traffic has slowed down throughout the city. Ural, holoplanes, emergency ministry warning. The Sverdlovsk region is covered by heavy snowfalls. The emergency ministry is straightforward about the icy roads. If you get caught in a snowstorm, stop, turn on your hazard lights, and wait. It's just the perfect description of the system. Officially asking people to wait it out and not helping. By the sea, wet snow, freezing rain, and a drop in temperature are expected starting Monday. A new wave of bad weather is expected here. Wet snow, blizzards, icy roads, nighttime temperatures dropping to -10 and even -21. In Vladivostok, freezing rain and snowfalls at the same time. In northern Russia, a cold snap is hitting. In the Murmansk and Arkhangelsk regions, storm warnings have been issued. At night, -15, in some places -20. The wind is knocking down trees.
Just like we're driving now. Of course, I got stuck too. And over there, someone got stuck, and there too, stuck again. And because of this, the whole neighborhood just came to a standstill. Nothing has been cleared. Nowhere, absolutely nothing has been cleared anywhere.
The ice makes the roads impassable. Russia is buried under snow again, and once again couldn't cope. A country that is building an empire can't survive the first cyclone. And this is only the beginning of winter. Winter is coming. Now let's see how Russian propaganda will explain this icy collapse. Will it be NATO again, women's upbringing, or maybe even the snow is now an enemy? Watch the expose, the traditional finale of top-tier Russian propaganda. Friends, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There should be 1 million of us. We work for an audience all over the world. Every like, comment, and subscription from you helps make sure this video is seen around the world. Friends, glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes. Ukraine will definitely win. Okay,
By the way, speaking of Vladimir Vladimirovich's prophetic qualities, do you have any idea what will happen in 2030? I
think it will be more or less the same. I just understand what I would like to achieve as a result of all this confrontation. That is, it's clear that we can't achieve a military victory right now, for a variety of reasons. But I would like our turn toward the global south not to look like an imitation. I would like us to actually establish the same forms of military strategic cooperation that we have established with North Korea, with a number of Latin American regimes from the Red Belt, first and foremost Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua. All these countries are waiting for our help and are counting on it. And this is realistic. These are the strongest trump cards in the game with Trump. Because how are we playing with Trump right now? We do something small and then we look over at Trump. Like we sign new agreements with Africa, with India, and we keep glancing at him, right? But when we stop glancing at him and just turn our backs and start actually doing this, we'll bring in 25,000 Cubans for the war, set up 4 military bases in Venezuela, and then they'll come knocking on our door and say, guys, let's make a deal. Well, it's clear that you're up to something over there. This sense of samurai-like cold-bloodedness, which, by the way, North Korea has, Russia needs that. But
we are getting closer to that.
The universe is pushing us toward this. We're doing everything we can to renegotiate. But no one is renegotiating with us. No one has met us halfway on anything, not even a single step. So for the past 2 or 3 years, we've been telling everyone, let's do it this way here and there. We'll give this back to you. We won't go there. We won't denazify here. We won't remove Zelensky, and also we won't use very large bombs. But no one is meeting us halfway on this. Well, I mean, again, Trump said no Donbass, no Zaporizhia, no Kherson, nothing like that. Just make peace somehow. So that Trump could get the Nobel Prize, and then, well, we'll see what happens next. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. That's it. Our well-intentioned proposals just hit a wall. It's no wonder that people then run to upper Lars, children included. They have a feminine behavioral model. They grew up with their mother. That's normal. I don't even judge them. They saw a feminine behavioral model, so in a critical situation, they don't go to defend the country. They don't go to defend their family. They, so to speak, hide. I'm done. We need to change this. Russia is in trouble. We're dying out.
You look at the people of Donbass and realize that these people don't need much. They're ready to make do with very little. They say just give us water for at least 30 minutes a day. They're willing to endure all these hardships for one thing, for the great victory.
You think only 30 minutes a day? No, they don't even ask for that. They get water only twice a week. And that's not the most important thing. Our guys are bringing victory closer, and the victory will be ours.
Right now, I'm experiencing a state of mild simmering rage. Just yesterday, for some inexplicable reason, there was a public presentation of a new advanced humanoid robot in our country. And yes, we've already had robots like that. We've shown them before. But these ones, there was Fedor, the robot. He did something. He was a manipulator. Listen, who are you trying to fool? Just explain, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? Why? The company was just recently created, so they went ahead and showed it off. Here we are, there we are, how great it is. Funds have already been allocated, can't use strong language, but a lot has been done, just so everyone understands. And so, to the sound of rock music, they bring out a Russian idol onto the stage. 2 guys walk with him, and then basically he just falls flat on his face. They pick him up also to the music and lead him away. Now there are 3 of them. And the main thing is, hurry up, let's get the materials. Was this a film about how to steal government or private money? What was all this even about? According to Idol's CEO Vladimir Vitukin, the localization level has already reached 77%, with a target of 93%. The company LLC Idol was registered just a few months ago, but has already received support from a new technological coalition that includes leading Russian IT and robotics companies. A source from Araya Novosti in the market reported that Idol's value could be between 100 and 300 million rubles? Ah! Oh my! I understand that Vladimir Vitukin will try to reach out to me to explain why so early. Vladimir, why did you come out on stage? Why did you show this embarrassment, for what? It's on the level of a children's toy, and on top of that, someone somehow found out the price. What is your goal? To compromise the entire Russian IT and robotics company. Meanwhile, the Kung Fu robot... from the influential Elon Musk, who is currently meeting with our esteemed idol, who just collapses at the mere sight of the American robot. And if all our scientific and technological developments are at the same level as in the West, then I have only one question. When will there be arrests and executions in our country?
What is truly said about a woman? What are her essential roles? That is to say, her God-given, inherent and natural abilities. It is to be a devoted wife, to be a nurturing mother, to be a domestic fairy, the cherished mistress of the house. And in many wise and ancient books, there is a profound term, it's quite figurative, to be a goddess. We don't give it any specific religious meaning, but it's the deep understanding that a woman possesses the unique capacity to make another person genuinely happy, truly content. A woman should not work. But there aren't more people, Vladimir Vladimirovich. What's the problem?
That's why they're trying to bring in British troops to the border with Belarus and French troops to the south. And then we'll hit them and the coffins will start flying.
My dear forces, if
is anything left to bury after tactical nuclear weapons,